Hi all, Future Ash here. Finally putting some videos together. I came down with something called human metapneumovirus or something like that. I think I'm saying it wrong. Basically it's a hardcore cold, but it absolutely kicked my butt. So I had filmed some content, it's almost a month ago now. Bit of foraging in the shed on some wet wild days. So yeah, I'm just finally getting around to putting it together now. I'm on the other side of it and I'm back alive again. That cold really got me. So apologies for the delay. Enjoy the content and hopefully we'll get some more frequent content out moving forwards. Cheers everyone. Let's get into it. All right, I'm going to do something. It's going to be janky as. Go with it. I reckon 180 for clearance. Metal workshops are noisy. Well, I stuffed that one, obviously. It crashed. That's how you're supposed to do it. Obvious things aren't obvious until they're obvious. You beep bop. The head crashed into here. I thought that was clearance, obviously wasn't. I'll recut this one, I'll make a slightly smaller one. It's not wasted, it's just a bit wounded. But that turned out perfectly. I actually did modification of this machine just recently. It's really helped. It's going to be so hard to see, but up in here, made a whole new little axle block for this wheel. Isn't she pretty? Anyway, absolutely no slop now. Like, super hard to see, but that lines up so perfectly. Alrighty. Cut quality really is quite nice. That's all the slag is there. It's so minuscule. All right, step one. If you've never used these before, they are fantastic. These are the Rigididge camp clamps. Camp clamp. They're just brilliant. They clamp straight down. They don't sort of flex as they go on. Such a strong connection. Now, getting janky. Let's put a hole in there, but a bigger one. Yep, that's a two-handed job. How do we? It's even a job for earmuffs. Hey, yeah, dodgy. You're alright. Alright. This is a drill press job. I've got a new magnetic clamp. Bit spoofy-doo. Alright, you move with it. Woohoo! Now, I was about to make an accident there. Look at that. Drill bit's going straight on the table. Let's fix that. That's more like it. That's a bandsaw blade I keep tripping on. And that's one that keeps hitting me in the head. Now you'd think I'd move that. I bet in 6 months that's still there. Alright, the plan. That's going to be a frying pan if all goes well by the end of the day. Now, big base plate here. I'm going to hold that in the lathe. I've got about 0.3 of a millimetre clearance between the back of the base plate being held in the chuck, adding the 6mm plate here. So I need to clean off any little bits of slag on the back there, dross, because that is going to have absolutely no room for error. Now the reason I'm using this back plate is I reckon that this will just vibrate so much. So it's going to be janky, but I'm going to weld 4 bolts on the back, bolt it on. Perfection. Or we'll see. Alrighty, I've just figured out my plasma is a bit janky. So we got 357 and we got 360. So she's 3mm out of round, which isn't that surprising. I only replaced one of those axles and I reckon the other one on the, what are we, X on the Y axis is a little janky as well. So we'll have to deal with that. She's a few mil out of round, but that's why we're putting it on here, so we can put it on a lathe and we can make it round. So it doesn't really matter. We're just going to add a little bit of extra zing zing to the project. What is zing zing? Why did I say zing zing? I never say zing zing. These videos are making me go crazy. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Now we're just going to mark it. Whoops. Close enough. Bit hard to see, but they're my marks. And that's where I have to weld the little studs to. I'm just rethinking this. So I've got these little bolts, going to put them on those marks, weld them in, but I'd have to pretty much grind off the back, like the head of the bolt, to be able to weld it to have enough clearance to go through these holes. And I could always make these holes bigger. But that's going to mean a whole lot of weld on what will become the inside of the plate, the pan. I don't think I like that. Now I'm just looking at this. Obviously got a big 30mm hole here. Don't know if this is smart thinking because there'll be more vibration, but what if I just did one big center bolt? I don't know. Bit of room for it to go flappity flappity, but if it's pulled in tight, and if just one spot in the center, probably easier to grind out than 4 spots on the edges. I don't know. Just looking at different bolts that I could possibly use to put in the centre. This is my high tensile random bolt box. They're all too good. Can't sacrifice a bolt. What am I thinking? I mean, look at that. Oh, way too good. Can never use that. All right, this is shameful. This is my bolt box. Look at it. That's not a bolt. Oh, they're too good. They're feet. They're nuts and washers, they're not even bolts. And I've got threaded rod, but it's all galv. Not in the galv welding mood today. Ah, that's not even bolts. I need to have a look at that. What? That's PVC. I mean, come on, Ash. Ooh. I'm never going to use that until the one day I need it, but until then, that's a contender. Yeah, nah, too short. That's hardly in there, so. Nope. See you in 10 years, bolt. And something like that's perfect, but zinc or galv. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Hinge. That's a good looking hinge. Come on. That's part of a shock absorber cover. That shouldn't be in the bolt box. What do we got here? Well, that should be in there. That can live down there. Springs in the bolt box. Ooh. See, it's just another good high tensile bolt, but it's not in the box with the other high tensile bolts, which means it's a lonely bolt which maybe is able to be used. Ooh. Oh yeah. All right, let's have a think about this. This from the Slasher. It's had an absolute piddling. I bet you I'm going to lose a bolt off the Slasher. Yeah, nah, she's done for. She's good. One day I'll be slashing a paddock and thinking, ah, my bolt's gone, and this will be the exact bolt I need. And I'll know that I turned it into a frying pan. Until that day, though, happy camper. Shit. Huh? Unless, how much are you? Meh. Well, not the best welding you've ever seen. Didn't even change the settings on the welder, but don't think this camera will pick it up. I don't think it's going to come off. If it does, well, that'll suck, won't it? Well, If I don't measure it, I won't know how far out it is, and then it'll be perfect. I reckon we send it and see. Shit. You bastard. All right. Well, my bolt is bigger than the bore in the chuck. Hey, everybody. All right. I took the spacer nut out. All right, that's pretty good. If we look down here, see it's pretty close. This camera's hard to pick it up, but the only problem is this is sticking out just the tiniest bit. But I reckon as I cut, that'll push in. Well, this will be interesting. I'm on 3% battery, so I'll change the battery. I'm just going to send it and see. Ooh, 68 minutes of record time left on the new battery. Oh, I like it. Now, I've got a magnetic clamp that I'm holding this with, so let's just do that. See how it looks. Yeah, this will be interesting. Now I've got it set to 1100 RPM, which is nowhere near right. I think we start all the way down. All right, 82. How's she look? Oh, that's wonky as piss, isn't it? Look at the outside here. Now, this is a gap bed lathe, so I've removed a chunk of the bed in here so I can fit this. And now I've got my tool on, now you won't be able to see because it's on a magnet, but now, hang on. Look at this. I've got my tool on backwards. So this is all a bit how you're going. All right, I've got my tool mounted backwards, so I'm going to have to put a right-hand tool for a left-hand cut. All right, I'm going to switch that out. All right, taking this one off, putting this one on. All right, as janky as it comes, this camera probably won't pick it up, but right down the bottom there, like a percentage of a millimetre of clearance. Now, with lathes, you want rigidity. Rigidity is everything. I've had to mount this tool right in because otherwise we're going to go tonk down here. And that, don't look at that. See what happens. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, if I had those 4 bolts, obviously it couldn't slide. I'm just relying on that one center bolt being done up. And it caught. I'm also cutting on plasma cut steel, which is, even though this is mild steel, it's still going to get somewhat hard. I think I'll continue, but I'll just do really gentle cuts. No. Oh, fucking great. All right, well that happened. Camera's upside down, inside out. All right, it's got a picture of a moon on it and it's saying never. I don't know why that is. And what else just dropped off? The camera fell off the bloody mount and something went flying. Oh, my microphone. Shit, where's my microphone? That's a good place for a microphone to be. There it is. I think we're all good. All right, we're back. We got the sound again. I think I hadn't locked that in. Entirely user error. Now, this is what happened. Intermittent cunt. Did I just say the C word? Let's start that again. This is what happened. Intermittent cut, and it's chipped my insert. So, cool. All right, I've turned that around. Looks a little bit nicer. Ooh, new spot for the camera to live. Oh, that all came undone when it stacked it. I see. I see. You're up to quite a bit of mischief, haven't you? All right. It didn't work going nice and slow and steady, so now I'm going to crank it up faster. That makes sense. Tiggles! Hello! Hello, little puppy! Little puppy! Hello! Oh, hello! How you going? Little cutie! How you going? Oh, this means a lot because you hate coming in the shed because it's noisy and cold. You must have really wanted to visit. Little cutie. Hey, little pigs. How you going? Good girl. Alright, the dog came running in and this went pear-shaped at the same time. It started spinning. Don't know why. Insert's good. Taking too deep a cut, it's got greedy. Alright, I'll take it off, do it up, recenter it. Alrighty. Oh, that's satisfying. How's that for some swarf? Alrighty, cut it right through, didn't hit the back plate. It's got one little win. Beautiful. Now, the whole reason I'm doing this, and I do hope my microphone works because I've seen it flying again during that time lapse. I like a frying pan that 6mm thick at the base, but taper / up to about 3mm for the walls. So, don't want it to be too heavy on the wall where it doesn't need it, but I do want it to be quite hefty down the base. So my plan is just to buzz that off. In theory, just do what I was just doing. Happy days. Another time lapse. Going from that to that, so I'm cutting on the leading edge, pushing in instead of dragging back. See if that helps. Not sure why I'm breaking them, bit of an intermittent cut, so. And I did ramp it up too, so we are now on 550 RPM, which is probably about as much as I'd want to crank it for this application. So hopefully no more sparks, see how we go. Alrighty, we've had a bit of a breakthrough. Looking so much nicer now. I had the craziest chatter going on, and that was breaking inserts, and of course broken inserts no good. This surface finish is beautiful. You can see it's like a mirror. Tried something. I put some magnets through the back. Some rare earth magnets. Took that chatter away. Alrighty, let's keep going. Well, there she is. After I figured out that chatter and the insert issues, sort of came up really quite nicely. How's that for some frying pan? That's a lot. Size 13, 14, whatever it is, boot for comparison. That's some weight reduction. Alrighty, day 2 of the project, frying pan project. Now, I own a frying pan. I own a few actually, so this is kind of ridiculous to be honest. But I'm having fun, so I don't know, does it matter? Alright, turn you around, show you what I'm looking at. This is where we got to yesterday. We got the pan, sort of. This is going to be the base of the pan. I've reduced it from 6mm to 2.7mm on the edges. The plan is to forge this up this way. So probably a bit of a stuff up here because that's where I had the bolt welded so I could put it in the lathe and turn that down. Don't know that that was the wisest of decisions. It is what it is, I did it. So we'll work with it. And this is just the first version. If it doesn't work, so what? But I think it's got some potential. All right, so here is a hurdle. Here's my little piglet for forge. And here's the size of the thing that I want to forge in it. It's not going to fit. So we're going to have to get creative. I've got an idea. Let's see how it goes. All right. This is all forging stuff. Timber for handles, bibs and bobs. Yeah. Oop, it's a bit of a mess. Oh, that's hefty. Well, here's a forge. All right. Well, this is my old 2-burner forge, which I forgot I'd already replaced these. So this is what went wrong with the last one. These are the weld-in caps. You put these inside the forge. So where all the heat comes out. I totally forgot I'd already replaced those, so that's kind of handy. So, I'm thinking about building a forge with no box. Just an open air flamethrower, effectively. Hold the plate, heat it up. Bob's your auntie. I've got about 4 shifting spanners in the excavator at the moment, so I've only got my big ones here. Let's cut this without going into the gas lines. Probably just go like that actually. Now this one's closer, so I'll use this one. This was very much built with what I had lying around, so it's a bit how you're going, but should be right. Yep, so that might happen. It's an adapter onto an adapter onto an adapter on this. I got this shifting spanner when I was 12. Engraved my name into it like a big kid. Still going though. Like it's no brand name. All these years later. Anyway, got distracted by tools. Yep, that can go straight in that. No. Yeah, wasn't exactly tight, was it? Can go, yes, all right. Yeah. I'm trying to be more organised in life, and I've got things looking neater, but it's still a matter of remembering what box you put things into. One of these. Oh, look at that. Sealant box has sealant. Just enough and no more. Now, who just forgot they put sealant on it? It's that quick for my brain to stop working sometimes. So 1 minute. Slime everywhere. Yeah, cool. Left the blowtorch in the house. Those butterfingers today doesn't bode so well when you're about to do some forging. All right, had these matches for about 10 years, if they work. This might be a little bit how you going. Ooh, yep. Really didn't check this over very well, did I? Everything's finger tight. Doesn't sound like it's leaking. Okay. These are great matches. Why is the stick on that match so thin? Wait, hey. I'll be back. All right, take two. Well, that kind of looks like a forge to me. Hey, sexy! Hello! Yeah, that's safe. So close. Back again. That's never coming out. Again. So I've just spent about 3 hours making these, making this, doing all this stuff. I could always just use this frying pan that I've got on my bench, I suppose. Anyway, this is the gist. You're saying I need to have better audio, aren't you? Yeah. It's too late. It's the end of the day. It's so pretty. Now, this was something that was on the shelf, and I remember making it. That was what was there. It's for something specific. I can't remember what. So later on in life, I'm going to need this again, but it's changed shape a bit. Cool, cool. That'll do for today. Now, got a hammer. So the plan will be heat. Now, I've got everything in the way here. This is quench oil. Shouldn't line up directly with the flame. That now has sticks on the base because I knocked it over once. That was awesome. How will this work? If you live in Australia, do that. Sorry, little spiders. Sometimes you get some pretty gnarly spiders in these. Okay. All right. Let's just put this real hot thing near this gas bottle. That's heavy. That's really heavy to hold. It's one thing to hold a frying pan. You're doing a bit of shimmy and shake and then stick it back down again. It's another just to hold it there for 10 minutes non-stop and then try and swing a hammer. It's going to take a lot to get the heat into it as well. It's a big heat sink in the center there. So I think I might need to rethink this. If I could have this angled down, some kind of a shelf holding it, I wonder if that would just work out just beautifully. Just got bottles of gas near that. Yeah, that's how I roll. I'm going to need that in a second. What am I doing? Ah. All right, I should be more organised. I'm really not organised. Moved my bins in that cleanup. Got stuff everywhere now. I'm immediately just putting things on every surface I can find. That's how I roll. Oh, I keep going back to where my bin should be. Oh, I can hear Cass coming. Get these gas bottles off the bench before she sees. Of course that was a safe distance away, honey. I wouldn't forge with a gas bottle right next to me. I never. Okie dokie. So, that failed, sort of. The burner worked. You need... Ah, look at that. Like I bought one. Beautiful. Just switched on the fan. I've got extraction up there and over there, so it cross ventilates, get a bit of fresh air in. Ah, got my hands free now. All right, come back once she's hot. It's just fiddly as. Almost, I think, better off chasing it around the outside first, then use this. Oh, it's a bit warm. That's a lot bit warm. Being so thin it lasts about 3 seconds. A little on the bouncy side. Ah! I don't know if this would be better. I think this might be a better anvil for it. If I can do something like, yeah, that might be the go. Pretty sure I was mostly cold forging that then, but I don't know if you can hear this with that running in the background. Got 2 fans and the forge going. Just putting a bit of weight on there, pinning it down, using it as a dolly effectively, and I don't know, it's all a bit how you're going. I am not a forger, I'm not a blacksmith, I'm a knife maker, so it's all fun, I'm learning. There's a pumpkin seed on that. Where did that come from? While that's heating, let's do an anvil to it. This is an anvil. So this one, Nordic Edge anvil, absolute ripper of an anvil. It's what I use for knife making. It's too good for blacksmithing because I don't know what I'm doing and I'll dent the beautiful face. But no, she's a ripper. Over here, it's a little piglet. It's basically just a 50 kilo block of steel. Little, is it cutler's anvil? I call it my knife maker's anvil anyway. This is my use and abuse little beast. It's actually sitting on a striking anvil at the moment, held in one bolt very curiously, but yeah, I actually use this a lot. Got a bit rusty. Condensation off the roof fell on it. She's a ripper. It's this one over here. It's a Brooks. This is Mum's anvil. She bought it at the clearing sale back in the 70s, I think. I made a lot on this, but she's a bit rustic. The faces aren't what they used to be, but I love it. It's sitting on an old bandsaw stand. I had a Woodfast bandsaw that fell over, snapped in half, so I repurposed the base. Somebody else with another Woodfast took the top and used it for parts, so yeah, that's the Brooks. And over here, this one's, it's kind of like a swage anvil. I don't know, swage anvil, I'm inventing words now. If you want to make spoons, if you want to do blacksmithing work, there's a bit of everything in there. It's sitting on an old chair base from the Strawberry Farm days. I'll do a proper tour of these. I'll learn the names before I do it so I sound like I know what I'm talking about beforehand. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, that's tricky because it's now, the surface area here is smaller than the anvil it's sitting on. I lost my tongs in that process. Way, how'd they get down there? All in all, I've cooked on worse. With a thumbnail. That finger got stuck to that finger. Like that. Alright, let's try something different. See, I'm just going to do the right thing. Come on. It's the kind of thing where you just remove your knuckle. Beautiful. Look at that. Yep. Hey, there's still 2 in there. We're good.
Oopsie daisies.
Feel that. You can't even feel the join. We can on the front, but on the side, feel that. Alrighty. Just leave it right where it is.
Go with it. Would you want to go the other way?
You're a thinker, Faye. Just don't want to crush the edges. Wonder if I can cold forge it.
What if it cracks?
That would suck. Let's just give it a tickle. Oh, that feels good. Alright. If I had an oxy, I've got the air torch, but I don't know if I could set up the...
Could you just heat it there, bring it over here?
I'm just wondering if I could set up the thing over here. Don't really want to heat it here though, because it could fuck it up. Alright. I'm getting strapped in. My bosoms are hanging out apparently. Thank you. I imagine this audio is going to be really hard to hear, but it is taking shape. It's wonky as all wonk. That's to be expected. We're getting there. Alrighty, well, if you're on a deserted island and you came across that, you'd be stoked. It effectively would work as a pan. It's got some work to go. Let's try from this angle. It's getting there. You can really see where the thicker base is, up to the thinner sides. It's getting pretty late at night. Haven't had dinner yet, so I might come back tomorrow. But yeah, just want to refine the sides, give it all a big clean up. We're getting there. Alrighty, well I might call it at that for this video. So come next week to see the world's dodgiest frying pan get built. And I already own 2 others.